If you're a clinic owner that just recently started your own clinic or you're a small clinic looking to grow and scale, this video will show you how to actually do that. The reason why I'm creating this video is because hopefully we'll be able to help you out to scale to a point where in the future you'll be able to work with us, partner up with us to help with all your marketing efforts. And so I'm going to break down the 3 things that we do that is the most important for small clinics that are looking to grow and scale. So I'm going to go to my board here, and if you see on the screen, there's 3 things. Number 1, creating offer. Number 2, reviews. And number 3, referrals. I believe that if you're a small clinic and you want to grow, I think having these 3 things dialed down is basically having your foundations right. And so in the future, if you want to go into scaling, if you want to scale up more, having these foundations in place will help you to amplify whatever kind of marketing you want to do in the future. So I'm going to teach you how to do these 3 things. The number 1 thing that you should be doing is coming up with an offer. The reason why you want to do that, right? If you think about it, if you are running any kind of services or if you own a clinic, chances are within your neighborhood or within your area, there will be other clinics offering the same exact services that you do. They have the same credentials, they have the same expertise, they have the same knowledge, right? All of the doctors went through a certain process to get their certificates, and so they have literally almost the same thing as you. So if you do not have an offer, then it's going to be very difficult for your patients to decide which clinic should they choose. Should they choose yours or should they choose your competitors, right? So you want to come up with an offer, and an offer can be in terms of like how you package your service, how you are literally making an offer, what kind of offer you're making to your patients, so that now they have more reasons to choose your clinic over your competitors. So that's the first thing that you want to do, creating an offer. Okay, the first thing that I will do is I'll do some kind of market research. How do you do market research? Is actually very simple. All you have to do, go over to Google. Let's say, for example, you run a dental clinic, you're offering, let's say, dental checkups, right? Go over to Google, search for dental checkups. And I want you to pay attention to all the competitors that is listed on the results, especially those that are running advertisements, right? You want to do some kind of market research. The reason why is because you want to pick up what type of package or what type of offers they have, so that you know that roughly this is what the market have currently, right? Because if you don't know what the market is currently offering, how do you know whether is what you're offering good enough, or it's the same just like everybody else, or what's the benchmark, right? So doing market research will give you an idea. You can do this via, Google, okay? Or just simply, if you know your competitors, even better, you can go over to your competitors' website and you can just take a quick look at their website. Okay, so do some kind of market research. This will give you an idea of what type of package, what type of offer you can create. Secondly, what you want to do is you want to name your package, or you want to name your offer. If you are in the clinic space, there's a lot of very common ones that you can use. For example, like a first time visit, for example, or it can be like first time patient, first time trial. Now obviously you can mix and match up, but coming up with a name for your offer is also very important, because this is essentially how you are going to package the offer that you'll be creating. There's a lot of different ways that you can come up with a name, and also if you did your market research, you can also see what the current market is offering in terms of how are they naming their packages, how are they naming their products, right? Some common ones, like I mentioned here, are first time visits, first time patients, first time trial, that kind of stuff, right? So when a new patient is looking at your offer, at your services, they know that if they were to go to your service or your clinic, they know that there's an offer for them because they are a first time patient. So you want to make people feel like they are special, right? So that's the second thing that you want to do. Then the final thing you want to do is, after having all this, you want to then craft your offer. Okay, so when you come up with your offer, just make sure to include a few things. Okay, number 1, include the process. Okay, include the process meaning what happens before, during, and after. Right, so for example, if it's a dental clinic, you need to let people know within this offer what they are getting, right? Firstly, what happens before this service, right? Do they have to prepare anything? What happens before they even start the procedure? Second is during, so what happens during the procedure? The dentist will walk through the entire procedure, like you need to tell them specifically what happened during the procedure, and after the procedure, what will happen, right? So you have to have this process included within what you're offering. And then you want to list down all the included procedures. So I get it, sometimes when you're offering, like when you are performing a service, naturally you will have all this by default things that you will do, right? For example, a consultation. You will naturally have a consultation first before, deciding any kind of like treatment plans and things like that. However, you have to put this inside your offer. You have to put this inside this packaging, right? Because these patients that they are coming to you, they do not know that, right? So if let's say you offer, like for example, if you do offer some kind of consultation, you want to also break down inside your consultation what goes into that consultation, right? So firstly, for example, if you have a process of, getting down, sitting them down and knowing their background first, or knowing their conditions first, and then the middle portion will be diagnosis, where either you are giving like you're asking questions about what is really going on with their conditions, what conditions that they have, and then the last part of that consultation is maybe giving them a recommendation, right? So you can see in terms of just a consultation, if you have all these things broken down into these smaller steps, all these are marketing points that you can use, because now you're just not selling a consultation, you're selling what's included in a consultation. The first part, getting to know the patient first. Second part, identifying what is the main root problem, and then the third part will be the recommendation, instead of you just saying we offer a consultation. So similar for all the different types of services that you're offering. Generally, all those processes that you have in your head, you have to make them inside this package so that it seems like to the patient, they are receiving a lot of things within this offer that you're offering them. Now, moving on to the second part, which is the reviews. Many clinics that I work with, one of the most common things I find myself repeating time and time again is to get clinic owners to have a review generation system in place. I cannot stress this enough, especially with the AI era that we are moving into. Reviews play a more important role now more than ever. In the past, reviews used to matter a lot because generally patients, what they like to do is they like to do some kind of research. They see if, let's say, your competitors versus your clinic, which clinic has more reviews, has more positive reviews. That by itself is already important. However, moving over to the AI era now is even more important. Because with AI overviews, with how AI is working right now, one of the indication of whether your clinic gets recommended to users through the amount of reviews that you have on your Google business profile. So you need to have a review generation system in place. You cannot just have one that is ad hoc basis. So if you're a small clinic, I get it, you're probably getting reviews like on an ad hoc basis, meaning if you remember, then you'll ask for it, right? But if you don't, that's wasted. So here's the first thing of how you can have a review generation system in place. Number one, you want to have some kind of script. A really simple script for your front desk or for whoever specialist that is handling the patients, right? And what you want to do is you want to activate this script every single time a patient is done, or every single time you have completed the service. Immediately after the service is completed, you just want to activate this script. It can be as simple as, hey, are you happy with the service today? Do you mind leaving us a review? It can be that simple. Then you want to have it on your front desk if your receptionist is the person who will be activating this, or it can be inside your doctor's room if you want the doctors to be the one implementing this. However, you need to have a script. So this removes all kind of emotions, removes all kind of, I don't feel like it, I feel like it today, I forgot about it. This is a system that, rain or shine, you will be asking this question every single time after you have, seen a new patient, right? So you want to have a script. The second thing you can do after collecting all these reviews, right, is you can either collect them in written, so this will be on your Google profile, or you can collect video reviews. Okay. Now, if you do collect video reviews and all different kinds of reviews, you need to let your patients know that you are using this only for your own clinic, and so you have to get them to sign like a very simple consent form, confidentiality form, just to assure them that this will only be used for your clinic. So the good thing about videos is if you do collect video testimonials, which I highly recommend you to, it's also very simple to collect. All you have to do is just ask them like, are you happy with the service? Do you mind leaving us a video review? Just answering like one or two very simple questions. We can do it right now, right? And the doctor or the receptionist just pull out the camera and just like basically just record. So you don't have to make it super complicated. It can be very easily implementable. If you do have video testimonials collected, what you can do now is you can then repurpose this into your social media platforms. Repurpose this to your social platforms because this will also help in terms of letting your brand be on the market. So whenever people are researching your clinic before deciding to go and visit your clinic, these are the things that they will see. The second thing that you can do, where it's also killing kind of like two birds with one stone, is you are preparing for ads in the future. All these are creatives for ads, okay? And some of the most performing ads are patient testimonials, patients reviews. So what you're not only doing is you're not only creating social platforms to raise your organic presence, you're also preparing so that in the future, if you do run any kind of Facebook ads or Google ads and things like that, you already have all these creatives in place ready to go, right? So that is for reviews. And then lastly, referrals. Now, referrals, it's one of the bonus acquisition channel that you can get, and usually these converts the most because word of mouth, it's one of the most trusted sources for a patient to decide whether they want to visit your clinic or not. If a friend or family recommends them, highly likely they'll be going over to your clinic because it's a personal recommendations. What you want to do is you want to have some kind of referral system. Okay, so for example, it can be, again, this goes back to crafting and naming your referral system. It can be something like bring your family or friends, and then you can either like tell them get XX discount off, or like it can be a discount off, it can be dollars off, you can get an item, small service. The point here is you want to come up with a very, very simple system, right? You don't just want to do it based off on your feelings. You want to do it based off on systems, because that's how you can actually scale. Okay, so come up with a referral system where you let the patients know that, hey, the next time you bring a friend or family, you can redeem this, you can get dollars off for you and the people that you bring. You can get this free item, or you can get like a free mini service, right? If you just bring a person in, like if you just refer somebody in. So have these 3 items down. By creating an offer, by getting reviews, and by getting referrals, these are kind of like the fundamentals for a small clinic. If you run a small clinic, these are the most important things that you can focus on, because if you were to scale up, everything will be much more easier because reviews are taken care of and referrals are taken care of. Your offers can be used to run any kind of marketing ads in the future, but this is important. And as compared to you without having an offer, without reviews and without referrals, any kind of marketing you run is kind of like running up a hill. So hopefully this will be able to help you out scale your small clinic and start to grow your clinic. If you are interested in working with us to help you grow your clinic, scale your clinic, and get more new patients to your locations, then please click on the first link in the description below. And hopefully this video helps you out. It does. Please remember to hit the like, subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.